The INFJ Creator, a unique path to future-minded creativity. Hello, my name is Matt Savina. Welcome to this exploration into the mind and heart of the INFJ, one of the most fascinating and rare personality types in the world. If you're familiar with the Myers-Briggs type indicator, you may already know that INFJs are deeply empathetic, insightful, and creative individuals. But there's so much more beneath the surface of these advocates or counselors. Today, we'll dive into the ways that INFJs, as creators and artists, follow a unique path, one that often differs from the mainstream and leads them to make a significant impact on the world. We'll explore how their innate skills as visionaries, forward thinkers, and deep feelers allow them to create art, music, writing, and other forms of expression that challenge the norm, offer new perspectives, and influence positive change. So, whether you're an INFJ yourself, know one, or are simply intrigued by the inner workings of this rare personality, let's embark on this journey to understand what makes INFJ creators truly stand out. Segment 1. The INFJ's Inner Vision, where creation begins. For INFJs, the creative process often begins within the depths of their rich inner world. While many other artists or creators may take inspiration from the external world, the things they see, hear, or experience directly, INFJs are far more introspective. Their creative energy flows from the inside out. The INFJ mind is constantly processing, absorbing not just information, but the emotions, patterns, and subtle undercurrents of life. They notice things others might miss, and they often feel things more deeply than most. When INFJs create, they aren't just responding to what's happening around them. They're exploring their own internal landscape. Their creativity is a reflection of their innermost thoughts, feelings, and visions of a better future. But what sets INFJs apart as creators is their ability to combine intuition and insight. They don't just make things for the sake of making them. They have a strong sense of purpose. Every piece of art, every story, every project they pursue is imbued with deeper meaning. They are forward thinkers, often driven by a desire to share their vision of how things could be, rather than simply accepting how things are. Imagine for a moment that you are inside the mind of an INFJ. It's a place where ideas and concepts swirl together, where the past, present, and future all seem interconnected. This is where their creations take shape. It's here that they begin to mold the ideas that will eventually take form as art, music, or words that can inspire others. Unlike many creators who focus on trends or what's popular in the moment, INFJs are often ahead of their time, driven by a sense of responsibility to create for the future. Their work frequently carries a message, a lesson, or an invitation for others to see the world differently. In many ways, INFJs are visionaries, people who see beyond the present moment and have the courage to act on that vision, even when it's not popular or easily understood by others.
Segment 2. The power of empathy and creativity. One of the most defining characteristics of the INFJ personality is their deep empathy. They have an almost uncanny ability to step into the shoes of others and feel what others feel. This allows them to connect with people on an emotional level in ways that many other creators might struggle with. For the INFJ, this empathy doesn't just inform their relationships, it directly influences their art. They are creators who tap into the collective emotions of humanity, whether it's joy, pain, sorrow, or hope. INFJs are drawn to create work that speaks to the soul, that touches the human experience in a meaningful way. They are often described as the healers or nurturers in creative circles, because their work tends to evoke emotions that can lead to personal growth, reflection, or healing in others. For example, an INFJ painter might create an abstract piece that symbolizes the complexities of human suffering, but also the resilience of the human spirit. A writer with this personality might craft a story that tackles difficult social issues, but with an underlying message of hope and unity. An INFJ musician might compose a piece of music that feels like a journey through the inner struggles of the soul, but ultimately leads to peace and clarity. This deep empathy gives INFJs a distinct edge as creators. They don't just make things for their own benefit. They create to help others understand and process the world around them. Their art often reflects a deep desire to inspire compassion, understanding, and connection between people. And in a world that can sometimes feel disconnected or divided, this ability to connect people through creative expression is a powerful gift. INFJs create art that not only resonates with the individual experiencing it, but that also brings people together, helping them see that, at our core, we are all connected by the same emotions, struggles, and desires.
Segment 3. The INFJ's gift of seeing patterns and possibilities. Another unique skill that INFJs bring to the creative process is their ability to see patterns and possibilities where others might see chaos. INFJs are known for their intuitive minds, which allow them to connect the dots between seemingly unrelated things. This makes them incredibly insightful creators, able to weave together ideas and concepts that others might overlook. For many INFJs, their creative work feels almost like an act of discovery. They often describe the process of creating as if they're uncovering something that already exists, something hidden beneath the surface that they are revealing to the world. This gift for pattern recognition and deep insight often leads INFJs to create work that challenges the status quo. They are naturally drawn to questioning the world around them and imagining how things could be improved or reimagined. This makes them innovative thinkers and artists, people who don't just follow trends, but who set them. Let's take an INFJ who is a filmmaker, for instance. Rather than making a film that fits neatly into a genre or follows the traditional narrative structure, they might explore unconventional themes or tackle issues that no one else is talking about. They are not afraid to push boundaries and challenge audiences to think differently. Their work might not always be the most mainstream, but it often stands the test of time because it speaks to deeper truths about the human condition or society as a whole. INFJs often have a strong sense of social justice, which can drive their creative output in powerful ways. They might use their art to shed light on injustice, inequality, or environmental issues, topics that resonate with their deeply held values. But even when their work is political or philosophical, it's always done with the intention of opening minds and offering new perspectives, rather than simply criticizing or condemning.
Segment 4. INFJs as future-minded creators. One of the most striking qualities of INFJ creators is their future-mindedness. They are not just focused on the present moment, they are constantly thinking about what could be. INFJs are forward thinkers who create with the future in mind, and this can make their work feel ahead of its time. Where many creators might be satisfied with reflecting the world as it is, INFJs feel called to imagine a better future and to create art that helps others see that future too. They often ask themselves, how can my work inspire change? How can it encourage people to think differently? How can it make the world a better place, not just today, but in the years to come? This future orientation is what makes INFJ creators particularly influential. They don't just create for immediate gratification or success. They create for long-term impact. They are often less concerned with trends and more focused on crafting work that has lasting value. As a result, their creations often endure, resonating with people long after they've been made. Think of figures like Martin Luther King Jr., who, though not necessarily an artist in the traditional sense, used his powerful oratory as a form of creative expression to inspire change. His vision wasn't just about addressing the injustices of his time, it was about building a better, more just future for generations to come. This kind of forward-thinking creativity is typical of INFJs, who often see themselves as part of a bigger story, a story that extends beyond their own lifetime. The art and creations of INFJs often serve as a catalyst for change. They plant seeds in the minds of others, encouraging them to imagine what's possible. And over time, these seeds can grow into movements, innovations, or shifts in consciousness that shape the future in positive ways.
Segment 5, INFJ creators as agents of positive change. One of the most beautiful aspects of the INFJ personality is their deep desire to make a positive impact on the world. As creators, they don't just create for the sake of it, they create with the intention of leaving the world a little better than they found it, whether it's through art, writing, music, or even social entrepreneurship. INFJs are often driven by a sense of purpose. They feel called to use their gifts to help others, to shine a light on truth, or to inspire positive change. This sense of mission is what fuels their creativity and sets them apart from many other creators. And because they are so deeply empathetic and future-oriented, INFJs often create work that serves as a beacon of hope in dark times. Their art can uplift, inspire, and remind people of the beauty and possibility that still exists, even in the midst of difficulty. In this way, INFJ creators become agents of positive change, not only by challenging the status quo, but by offering a vision of what could be. They create to uplift, to heal, and to transform. Whether they are writing a novel, composing music, painting a mural, or building an innovative project, the work of an INFJ tends to have a ripple effect. It doesn't just stay with the people who experience it immediately. It spreads, influencing others and encouraging them to think differently, to act with compassion, and to imagine a better future. The INFJ creator often feels a strong sense of responsibility to use their talents wisely. They understand that creativity is a powerful tool, one that can either uplift or destroy, inspire or divide. And so, they tend to create with intention, focusing on the potential for their work to make the world a kinder, more compassionate, and more just place. This is why so much of their creative output feels purposeful, even when it's deeply personal. It's almost as if they are writing a love letter to humanity, encouraging us all to do better, be better, and dream bigger.
Segment 6. The challenges INFJ creators face. Of course, the path of an INFJ creator is not without its challenges. Because they are so attuned to the emotional undercurrents of life and often hold themselves to incredibly high standards, INFJs can sometimes struggle with perfectionism, self-doubt, and burnout. They pour so much of themselves into their work, both emotionally and intellectually, that they may feel overwhelmed by the weight of their own expectations. INFJs are also highly sensitive to criticism. Because their work often feels like an extension of their inner selves, any negative feedback can feel deeply personal. This sensitivity can make them hesitant to share their creations with the world, especially if they fear that their message won't be understood or appreciated. But despite these challenges, INFJs are remarkably resilient. They are driven by a sense of purpose and vision that transcends personal insecurities or temporary setbacks. They understand that the creative process is, by nature, vulnerable and uncertain. But they also know that their voice and their vision are needed in the world. For the INFJ, every challenge they face as a creator is an opportunity for growth. Every piece of art, every song, every story they share with the world is a testament to their courage, their empathy, and their unwavering belief in the power of creativity to change lives. And even though they may doubt themselves at times, they never lose sight of the fact that their work has the potential to inspire others and contribute to something greater than themselves.
Segment 7. The Legacy of INFJ Creators. As we come to the close of our exploration, let's take a moment to reflect on the legacy of INFJ creators. While they may be rare, only about 1 to 2% of the population, their impact on the world is far-reaching. INFJs are often behind the scenes, quietly working on projects that may not get mainstream attention at first, but that leave a lasting impression over time. Their creations often serve as a bridge between the present and the future, helping people to see beyond the limitations of their current reality and into the possibilities that lie ahead. INFJs are not just artists or creators. They are visionaries, dreamers, and advocates for a better world. Through their creativity, they encourage us to think differently, to feel more deeply, and to take action in ways that align with our highest values. They remind us that art is not just about self-expression, it's about connection. It's about inspiring others to see the world through new eyes, to challenge old assumptions, and to believe in the power of creativity to transform both individuals and societies. Whether it's through a beautifully written novel that explores the complexities of human relationships, a painting that captures the beauty and pain of life, or a piece of music that speaks directly to the soul, INFJ creators leave behind a legacy that transcends time. Their work continues to inspire, challenge, and uplift long after they are gone, reminding us all that creativity is one of the most powerful forces for change in the world.
In closing, a call to the INFJ creator. If you're an INFJ creator or someone who resonates with these ideas, know that your voice, your vision, and your creativity are needed now more than ever. The world is often chaotic and uncertain, but within you lies the power to create something beautiful, meaningful, and transformative. Remember that your unique perspective is your greatest strength. Don't be afraid to follow your intuition, to trust your inner vision, and to create from a place of empathy and purpose. Even if your work feels different or misunderstood at times, know that it has the potential to make a lasting impact. You are not just creating for today, you are creating for the future. And in doing so, you are contributing to a world that is more compassionate, more connected, and more inspired by the possibilities that lie ahead.
Thank you for joining me on this journey into the heart of the INFJ creator. May your creativity continue to shine brightly, offering new perspectives, inspiring positive change, and helping others see the world in ways they've never seen before. Until next time, keep creating, keep dreaming, and keep believing in the power of your unique gifts to change the world. If you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe and follow along. There will be more INFJ topical videos coming soon. Thank you for supporting.